Cats are often a bag of tricks. Even if you've owned a cat for over a decade, there's probably not a day goes by without at least one surprise. And when it comes to vocalization, some felines are quite chatty. Just like some people, some cats just don't seem to know when to turn it off. In today's material, we will talk about those chatty felines and the notable reasons and notable messages that are being relayed by the talkative crowd. I'll do about 8 minutes of chatting here today, and then I will send you on your way. Interesting topic. I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Some cats are naturally more talkative than others, this is clear. However, does that truly mean they have just so much more on their mind, so much more to say, compared to other cats, or are they just talking for the sake of talking? Is it something of major concern, or simply a personality quirk that makes a cat a bit unique from the crowd? Well, the answers are wide-ranging, as you'd likely expect. Some of it is, in fact, personality, while other reasons could be based on sheer observation and are more reasoned-based rather than just random chatter. And when it comes to those reasons, let's get to several of the notables. Why does my cat chat so much? Let's see if these reasons are familiar to you as you go about your pet ownership journey. First up, we'll go ahead and pretty much plow through the obvious. Your cat is meowing and chatting to communicate with you. Yes, you right there, you. I mean, why does anyone chat? Communication is the foundation. Your cat is attempting to deliver some type of message. Dogs bark, cats meow, people talk. Some cats are far more expressive than others, and chatting, meowing, is simply a way to unleash that excitement, let's call it. While some cats don't always feel the need to be so expressive, other cats just never miss a chance to say something. Anything. I know one of my cats, one specific cat, well, he could chat up a brick wall and think nothing of it. If he's not talking up a storm, then I know that something is probably wrong. And just an FYI, just recently, at the time of this video publication, I produced a video about your cat's meow and what all the different sounds really mean, the many meow moods of your pet. And if you'd like to check that video out, I will link it right there in the description box below. So, if chatting a lot is a major communication tool, what's the breakdown really look like? Is it all needs and wants, or can it run a lot deeper? Let's talk attention. Now, you can't get to point B without point A, and your cat knows this. Before anything can happen, your pet has to make sure that you are paying attention. And some cats, well, more is more. If your cat meows up a storm and past history tells them that it works on you, then they will certainly continue. Chatty cats are many times felines that know the tricks of the trade. They know what works. Some cats rub to get attention, give a soft meow, perhaps even a look. Other cats are loud and proud and constant. Constantly loud and proud. This sort of plays into that old stereotype of the world revolving around cats. What's that old tale? The dog gets fed and taken care of, and then the dog says, "Wow, these people must be gods." The same thing happens to the cat. The feline gets all the love and attention, and the cat says, "Wow, I must be a god." If you've heard that, let me know in the comments section, if you would. Being the center of attention. Yep, that's a feline. That's feline classic move for sure. And if your cat loves to chat, one of the main reasons is strictly for attention. It could be. The wants and needs, sure, but the attention, they have to have it. And from here, really all begins that trickle-down effect. With that attention comes the desire for those wants and needs. Well, what exactly are those wants and needs? Loud chatting for food and water. Even cats that are naturally chatty, they'll step it up a bit more if they are hungry and in need of fresh water. The same can be said for the desire for a petting session, a play session, and to have that litter box properly cleaned. Some cats will also get quite chatty if something is amiss with respect to bedding. Your cat's voice, a communication tool designed to get your attention and communicate the desire for those wants and needs, unless your cat is just chatting just to chat, just chatting in the breeze, which is certainly possible. Even the most vocal of felines will use that voice to call the shots, and to get you to cater to them whenever possible. Before I close things out for this topic, I want to transition to the subject of health and anxiety, illness and fear, and potentially a lack of positive stimulation. Because while cats can be quite chatty if they're wanting to communicate with us, to get our attention and express their desire to have certain wants and needs met, cats can also become quite chatty if something is wrong. Constant meowing, especially in felines that are typically very relaxed and quiet, is often a red flag warning that something is just not quite right. If your cat out of the blue becomes very talkative, it's time to act, time to investigate, and time to be proactive. Health and wellness and the reasons, unfortunately, can be almost endless, but if your cat just doesn't feel well from A to Z, your pet could meow a lot more and a lot more often and with a lot more intensity, more force, a cry for help, a cry due to pain and just generally feeling unwell. As I often say at times like this, if your pet starts to yowl and that chatting just won't ease up, please take your cat to the vet as soon as possible, especially if other symptoms such as lethargy are present. And similar in many ways to illness, cats that are anxious and afraid and fearful can become quite chatty, whether we're talking about the fear of a predator outside or something within the home that just isn't quite sitting right with your pet. If an external factor has caused your cat to feel very vulnerable and uneasy, your pet could become quite chatty as a means to not only get your attention, but perhaps wanting you to remedy the situation. And finally, this is another aspect of anxiety, but what if just nothing's going on? Not enough mental and physical enrichment? Not enough stimulation, no cuddle sessions, no playtime, no positive interactions. Some cats can become quite chatty if they're simply on the outside looking in when it comes to life in your home. If a cat becomes a fixture in the home and is taken for granted, yet that chatting will begin. Similar in many ways to a child, if a cat is bored and unable to truly be a cat and let those instincts fly, life can become a bit cramped and stuffy. The chattiness will increase the more stale that life does become. And on that note, I certainly hope this video wasn't stale. I'll leave all of that up for you to decide. And speaking of you, what are your thoughts on this topic? Any stories to share about your chatty cat? Anything you'd like to add to the conversation? As always, the comments section, it's all yours. Your outlet to be chatty. And if you enjoyed this content, and I hope you did, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.